All right. 10/16, 2020. Time for some more horror movie recommendations. Now today I want to do something a little bit special. The movie I'm going to suggest on Amazon Prime is Friday the 13th Part 6. The Jason Lives, right? Now, to horror nerds and horror geeks out there, they're like, oh, okay, I know exactly which one that is. But for the layman may not know. They'll be like, is that the one where his sister is in the hospital? Okay, so real quick, we're going to break down all of the Friday the 13th movies real quick. Okay, Friday the 13th Part 1. That's the one where Jason is not the killer. And the reason that Drew Barrymore gets killed in the original Scream movie, because she doesn't know that it's really Pamela Voorhees. This is the one with Kevin Bacon. He gets the arrow through his neck, and then the mama's there, and then the mama gets decapitated. Part 2 is when they said, look, Friday the 13th was a good idea, but nobody's really scared of an old grandma walking around killing people. Let's have Jason actually kill people. But Jason looked like a stupid idiot with a bag on his head. He had a bag on his head, and he had a hole cut through one eye. And he ran at people with this little, like, hunchback run. Come here, I'm gonna stab you. Now, Friday the 13th Part 2 is better than Friday the 13th Part 1. Other than a little creepy little Jason. Because there's this one scene where they're in the cabin and all the lights are off and the girl's there and she's like, Charlie? Charlie, there's somebody else in this room! And the Jason comes out of the darkness. It's good. It's beautiful. Now, Friday the 13th Part 3, the best one, is the one when it was in 3D, right? And that's the one where Jason gets his iconic hockey mask. And they're like, oh, he's stupid looking running around like this. Instead of having being stupid looking and running around, they made him huge. And they gave him this big neck. And they gave him that mask. And he just kind of stalked, right? Part 4 is when they decided that they were going to stop making the movies. And that was Corey Feldman. And they put a little backstory to Jason. And Corey Feldman cut his hair. And Jason got distracted because he had a bad haircut. And then Corey Feldman killed him. That was supposed to be the end. Then number 5 came along, and they were supposed to have some aftermath with the boy, Tommy Jarvis, grown up in the mental institution, and a faux Jason, right? But everybody at the time thought that movie sucked, which if you go back and watch it now, it's got the best fucking kills. It's got Reggie the Reckless. It's got Demon from Return of the Living Dead in an outhouse singing, ooh, baby, ooh. And then his girlfriend's outside, hey, baby. And Jason, a.k.a. the ambulance driver, is like, shut up. And then number 6, the one that you need to watch tonight on Amazon Prime, number 6 is the video game. If you were a little kid and you had Nintendo, there was a Friday the 13th video game where Jason would walk around and you would throw a rock at him, right? And you had to get to the different houses to protect the kids in the cabin from Jason. That's basically number 6. Jason comes back to life, the thing in his chest, the lightning strikes, he gets up, he's got superhuman abilities, he's murking people, right? He goes to the cabin, the people gotta come to the cabin, they gotta tie a rock to him, they gotta sink him under the thing, right? Number 6, the second best one, okay? That's on Amazon Prime. Before I get to the other movies, let's take a look at the rest of the Jasons. Number 7 is the stupidest one in the entire universe. That's the one where they didn't have the money to have Jason versus Carrie. Like, that's a fair fight. So they had Jason versus some girl who's basically like Carrie, and she flung candles at him. It was dumb, and he took his mask off, and he had this face. It was stupid. Number 8 is the one where he goes to Manhattan, but he doesn't really go to Manhattan. He just goes on a boat for most of the movie. And then he ends up in Manhattan and there's toxic waste in the sewer and he gets wiped away. It's good. Number 9 is when Jason goes to hell, but it's really the one where people eat Jason's heart and they turn into the spirit soul of Jason. And then at the end, Freddy Krueger's hand come up and they set up Freddy versus Jason. But they didn't make Freddy versus Jason. First, they had to send Jason to space, just like the Leprechaun did. FYI, the Leprechaun went to space before Jason. And I'm pretty sure so did Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, right? Then they had Freddy vs. Jason, then they had the remake, but that's all the Friday the 13th movies. Got Amazon Prime, Friday the 13th Part 6, which is basically the regular Nintendo video game turned into a movie, or the video game was the movie turned into a video game. But it's the video game one. If you have Tubi, you gotta watch this movie called Dead and Buried, about this little tiny small town where everybody is actually a reanimated corpse, but nobody really knows it. And I guess that was kind of a spoiler, but it's a really good movie because it's like thriller, mystery, not like thriller, right? But like it's a thriller, mystery type of situation. If you have Hulu and you like seeing Johnny Depp get fucked by the devil, you got to watch The Ninth Gate. That's the one where Johnny Depp is looking for some books, and every time he tries to find books, people die, and then like at the end, he finds the book, but then the devil turns into a seductress and has sex with him while the palace burns, right? And then, you know, he opens The Ninth Gate. Hulu, The Ninth Gate. But the number one movie you need to watch tonight is on Netflix, and it's called Kristy. This is an awesome horror movie. And for some reason, people didn't think it was awesome when it first came out. And the movie ended up getting released as a Lifetime movie. So Kristy, now, because of that, is officially the best Lifetime horror movie. It follows this girl who stays in college during Thanksgiving break because her family is a whole thing, right? And then some freaky killers come to the college to kill her. There's 3 dudes and a girl. The 3 dudes have these these cheap aluminum foil masks on. Like they just took cardboard and then crinkled aluminum foil around it. They are awesome masks. They're super low tech. The girl in it is like, she's got dreads and she's got a little nose pierce and she's got like tattoos on her fingers or something. And she's a little, she's a villain girl, and they're trying to kill Kristy to get her recorded doing it so they could put it on the dark web. It's really good. It's really tense. It's Kristy in the abandoned college, fleeing from her life from aluminum foil face serial killers. It's really good. Kristy on Netflix. As far as what I'm watching tonight, I'm doing a double header of 1990s vampire horror movies. I'm doing Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola, and it's got Anthony Hopkins in it, and Keanu Reeves is in it. And, it's the part where they go and get Mina Harker in this one, and she's in all white and she's got the little kid in her, is just choice, right? And then I'm doing Interview with a Vampire on that one, and that's like sexyvampires.com. Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and Antonio Banderas. Dude, come on. You got to be kidding me. So, recap for you. If you have Hulu, watch Johnny Depp get fucked by the devil in The Ninth Gate. If you have Amazon Prime, you need to watch Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, which is the one that's basically the video game, right? If you know your stuff, then you know which one it is. But if you don't know your stuff, it's like, it's the video game, and people are like, oh yeah. Tubi, you gotta watch Dead and Buried, which is like beautiful. It's a beautiful mystery thriller type of situation. And then the number one movie you need to watch tonight on Netflix, the greatest Lifetime horror movie ever made, Kristy, about the girl who's in school for Thanksgiving and she's getting chased by the aluminum foil monsters. Maybe, not aluminum foil monsters, aluminum foil killers. Maybe it was an homage to Thanksgiving because, you wrap up your leftovers in aluminum foil and they put the aluminum foil on the face. Who knows? But it's good, and it's creepy, and it's scary. And come back tomorrow, and I'll have more for you. Have a nice day.